Another question that comes up with regard to priestly vocations is, why can't we bring more priests in from other dioceses or other countries? And it's true, we've had a few priests from other dioceses that have become incarnated into our own archdiocese over the past 30 years. We've had a few priests here working on temporary basis from other dioceses. There are, current conversations as well about long-term collaboration between us and 4 dioceses in Africa and 2 religious orders in Africa and Mexico. There are some issues with regard to that, though, since the current U.S. immigration policy kind of makes this a challenge for priests to come over. This is the case, especially with priests in Africa or Asia, where they've become part of a reverse missionary phenomenon in which clergy from Africa and Asia, they come here to seek to reinvigorate our faith in Western nations, where previously we are the nations who had sent missionaries and brought Christianity first to them. So it's kind of reversed itself. And so we're thankful for their generosity in coming over. But we need to put this in a certain perspective, especially with regards to the number of Catholics per priest. The worldwide average is 3,000 Catholics per priest. But in the United States, it's a lot better. It's only 1,700 Catholics per priest. Fewer Catholics per priest that a priest has to serve. In the Archdiocese of Omaha, we've gone from around 400 Catholics per priest in 1950, really good ratio, to just under 1,000 Catholics per priest today, which is still below the U.S. and far below the world average. Places in Africa where the faith is growing, though, because there's such an increase in the number of Catholics, there's actually, on average, 5,000 Catholics per priest. And let's talk a little bit about one place in particular in Nigeria. Nigeria has about 4,500 Catholics per priest. Nigeria, though, also has the largest number of seminarians and ordains the largest number of priests each year throughout the globe, and are very generous in sending priests to the United States and other places. We have several in our archdiocese that have come from Nigeria. And yet, they're coming from a place where there are more Catholics per priest than we have here. And somehow we think that we should expect to get priests from other countries when we have a better Catholic to priest ratio. When we're the ones who have failed to produce our own priests, we rely on places that are alive with the faith, who have produced their own priests. And two, sometimes it's a case where some people will complain when they can't understand some of these priests' accents, or when they have a difficult time accepting some of the cultural differences between us and them. And when instead we should be so grateful for their generosity in coming here and to seek to learn from them. Now, their churches are growing where we've become quite stagnant. For example, in Nigeria, in 2018, accounting for nearly 90% of Christians that were killed for their faith worldwide. We're the ones who need to learn a willingness to even die for the faith. We who can be so afraid to just show our faith in public in a country where it's fairly safe. We need to learn from them, since it's the blood of the martyrs that are often the seeds of the church. So this proposed solution again requires priests from other places to change and come here so that we don't have to. So that we don't have to transform the lives of our parishes to actually form our own priests from our own areas. This and other quick fixes to the vocation issue require somebody else to change so that I don't have to change. But that's not what Christian faith is about. Christian faith is about conversion of our hearts to Jesus Christ. And so in a coming part, I'll talk about the real solution to vocations and how it's connected to this conversion of our hearts.